Hello students, welcome to the subject of complex variable and partial differential equation. Myself Ankit Acharya, and this is our third lecture for the chapter complex integration. As you all know that for this complex integration, what is our first topic? First topic is line integral, and for line integral you have to remember this important formula. What is our important formula? Let me revise you. Integration f of z dz, that is equal to integration u dx minus v dy plus I integration u dy plus v dx. Okay, so first of all you have to remember this formula for line integral, right? As you all know that. Now here we already solved very important two example before this lecture. So this is our third example, right? And the example is integration z bar dz. Okay, integration z bar dz. What is your C? C along the sides of triangle. Along the sides of triangle having vertices. So we know that in triangle how many line segment? 3 line segment. Okay, so we have to find out all the integration for all these 3 line, and after that we have to add all the integration. So first is we are going from 0 to 1, then 1 to I, and then again I to 0. Okay, so first of all forget about it, but what is your f of z? What is your f of z here? F of z is equal to z bar. Okay, and z bar, we know that z bar can be written as x minus I bar. Okay, so compare with this z bar with this u plus iv. So now what is your u? U is nothing but x, and what is your v? V is nothing but minus y. Got it? U is nothing but x and v is nothing but minus y. So put this two value in this equation. So that's why integration f of z dz. Now what is f of z? F of z is, don't forget, what is your f of z? F of z is z bar. So integration z bar dz, that is equal to, put u is equal to x and v is equal to minus y. So this can be written as x dx plus y dy plus I integration x dy, okay, x dy minus y dx. Okay, so this is my final equation. For this complex integration we have to call it equation number 1, integration z bar, okay, integration z bar, that is equal to integration x dx plus I integration x dx plus y dy plus I integration x dy minus y dx. So call it equation number 1. Okay, so now next target is what? We have to find out all the equation of line of triangle. So first of all, this is my triangle. Try to understand very carefully. 0 0, then 1 0, okay, and then I means what? 0 1. So this is I that is equal to 0 1. So this is my triangle. I am going from 0 0 to 1 0, then from 1 0 to 0 1, okay, 1 0 to 0 1, and then 1 0 to 0 0. So call it, let's take name of point. This is A, this is B, and this is C. So call it, this line segment is C1, this is C2, and this is suppose C3. Okay, so now next is, first is along path AB. Okay, along path AB. So what this line is, what? This is nothing but x axis. We know that this is x axis and this is y axis. So we know that the equation of line of x axis is nothing but y is equal to 0. So this is y is equal to 0, and that's why we have dy is equal to 0. Okay, y is equal to 0, so dy is also 0. Now we have to put this two value, in this equation. What is my equation? Take y is equal to 0 and dy is equal to 0 in this equation. So only you have x and dx. Now what is the limit of x? What is the limit of x? X is nothing but, because we are going from 0 0 to 1 0, the limit of x is nothing but 0 to 1. Don't forget, x limit of x is first coordinate. You have to concentrate on first coordinate. So 0 to 1. Suppose you are taking limit of y, then second coordinate 0 to 0. Okay, but here we have to take first coordinate. So that's why integration c1 z bar dz, that is equal to integration 0 to 1. Instead of y we have 0, so only you have x dx plus I integration 0 to 1. Okay, integration 0 to 1 x dy. Okay, this is 0, y dy 0, so this is also 0, this is also 0, and this is also 0. So all this three term become 0 because we have y and dy both are 0. So that's why this term become cancel out. Okay, so finally this equal to x square by 2, right? 0 to 1, so 1 by 2. Clear? Now next, along path BC. Okay, so along path BC, first of all you have to find out the line joining the points. What are the points? Points are, what are my points? I want to find out the line joining the points 1 0 and 0 1. So for that, you know that we have to find the value of this determinant xy1 1 0 1 and 0 1 1, that is equal to 0. So for that, x into, you know that this is minus 1, x multiplied with minus 1, then minus y, then 1 minus 0, so 1, then plus 1, okay, plus 1 into 1, that is equal to 0. So that's why x is equal to, I can say x is equal to 1 minus y, and that's why dx is what? Minus dy. Okay, x is 1 minus y and dx is minus dy. So put this two value in this equation, right? In this equation. So instead of x I have to take 1 minus y, and instead of dx I have to take minus dy. So that's why integration c2 z bar dz, that is equal to integration. Now you have to take limit of y because whole equation converted into y. So that's why the limit of y is nothing but 0 to 1, because we are going from 1 0 to 0 1, and because we are taking the limit of y, so that's why 0 to 1. Okay, so limit is 0 to 1, 0 to 1. Now try to understand each and every step. First of all, instead of x I have to take 1 minus y. Okay, 1 minus y. So here 1 minus y, and instead of dx I have to take minus dy, right? Okay, now see, instead of x 1 minus y, then dx, so minus dy, plus y dy as it is. So plus y dy, this is as it is, plus I integration 0 to 1, okay, integration 0 to 1 x dy. So that's why 1 minus y dy, and then minus y dx. Okay, so what is my y? Y is y as it is, y minus y, sorry, minus y, and instead of dx I can write minus dy. So that's why this is minus dy. Okay, now you can just first of all simplify. So this is 1, okay, from integration from 0 to 1, 1 into minus dy, this is plus y plus y. So finally we have 2y minus 1 into dy plus I. Here you can see that This is minus y and this is plus y. So that will be cancelled out. Only we have 1. So plus I 0 to 1 dy. So this equal to y square when I take integration y square by 2. So y square minus y integration from 0 to 1 plus I. Here we have y integration from 0 to 1. So that's why when I take 1, so this becomes 1 minus 1 minus, okay, 0 minus 0. So this term becomes 0 and this is I into 1 minus 0. So that's why integration f of z over the contour C2, the value is I. Okay. Now next I want to find out, don't forget what is my third line. We find integration for this line. Okay. Now the third line is from 0, 1 to 0, 0. Okay, and this is nothing but y-axis, and equation of y-axis we know that x is equal to 0. So that's why, okay, equation of y, okay, along the path, what is my path? Along, now I want to find along the path CA, right? Along the path CA. Now equation of line is what? X is equal to 0 because we have y-axis. So dx is also 0, right? X is equal to 0, dx is also 0. Now put this two value here. So x is 0, dx is 0. So this term becomes 0. Okay, also this term is also 0 and this is also 0. So only we have y dy and limit of y. Okay, so that is we are going from 0, 1 to 0, 0. So 1 to 0. Okay, because we are going from 0, 1 to 0, 0. So first you have to take this limit and then this limit. So one integration from 1 to 0. So integration C3 z bar dz, that is equal to integration from 1 to 0 y dy, and that is equal to integration y square by 2 1 to 0, and that is equal to minus 1 by 2. Okay, so this is our value of integration for C3, and that's why we know that integration C z bar dz, that is equal to integration C1 z bar dz plus integration C2 z bar dz plus integration C3 z bar dz, and that's why what is integration of z bar along the C1? So that is 1 by 2 C. This is 1 by 2, then I, and then minus 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 I minus 1 by 2. So this is 1 by 2 plus I and plus minus 1 by 2. So this 2 cancel out. So the final answer is I. Okay. So we solve example for triangle, right, in which f of z is z bar and triangle is 0, 0. The points are, vertices are 0, 0, 1, 0 and 0, 1. Okay. So how to solve for complex integration if you have a C is nothing but triangle. So that is our today's example. So thank you.